Didn't do the countdown.
We live?
It says we're live. Okay. Welcome back to the Docket Dodgers.
Hey guys, what's going on?
It's Wade Hall, and we have Matt Hager here. I just want to say, like, Donald Trump getting that invite to Epstein's Island. It's a privilege to be here.
It is just like it's a privilege.
It's a privilege.
He never had a privilege.
I'm just happy to be here today.
I'm happy to be here too. And guys, we're back again with another live. I mean, I think I like these, Wade.
I do too.
I just wish you guys would quit being so talkative.
Well, I imagine that they're on their TVs and they're trying really hard to type that message out, and they just don't get there.
Oh, especially if you have a Samsung remote, man. I feel like it's like got lag to it, and you can't hit nothing.
They've been trying to talk. It's just technology. It's hindering our fans.
Wait, we got some really fun stuff on the docket today. We got some sad things, but we got two really fun things to talk about today. And the first thing we got to talk, what's the first one we got on the docket?
Well, I see you have the Little League bat flip scandal.
Yeah, listen, let the kids play.
Let the kids play?
That's what I say. Let the kids play. Because, I mean, think about it. No, why don't you think about this for a second? You're in the Little League World Series. You're representing your team. You got that name of your team on the front of your chest, and you're representing your whole community, and you're in a game, and you hit a walk-off home run, and you bat flip, and they throw you out of the game and say you're suspended and you can't play no more. And that's exactly what's happened to this Marco Rocco.
Well, this 12-year-old should have had a little more composure.
No. Let him play. Let him be excited. I mean, why suck the fun out of baseball? I mean, it's exciting to hit a home run. It's exciting to hit a walk-off. It's exciting to pitch a no-hitter. It's exciting to strike someone out. I mean, who wants to go to a baseball game and just sit there and not watch something that's exciting?
Well, exciting. This was the end. It was the final at bat. This is the grand slam to win.
Yeah.
Did they just keep playing after that? Did they say he was out? What happened?
Well, they got together. They originally ruled him out and didn't let the run count. But I think the umps got together and they decided to let the run count. But they suspended. This was a semifinal game, and they suspended the kid for the championship game.
And I bet some parents were very upset about
that. Actually, the dad went and brought suit on behalf of his 12-year-old son, and they got a temporary restraining order. And I think do we have a YouTube or a video to watch on this?
We do.
Okay, let's watch the video, and then here at the Docket Dodgers, we were able to get our hands on the complaint and the order, so we'll go over that with you today too.
Run that caused Little League drama. A 12-year-old boy in New Jersey has been cleared to play in a state championship after a judge lifted his suspension. Take a look at this video. Last week, Marco Rocco was seen celebrating a home run, tossing his bat into the air. The umpires say his actions were deemed unsportsmanlike and horseplay. The player was removed from the game and suspended for the following game. Rocco's father took the case to court, seeking to reverse the decision.
He had to sit on the bleachers with his mom. He's visibly upset.
If bat flipping was that important under their rules, then it's something that probably should not be on their website as promoting. There's no amount of money in the world that's going to bring back whether or not he plays in the game.
Hours before his championship game yesterday, a judge ruled to allow him to play. The judge said the Little League franchise has not been consistent, saying it has posted videos showing other players bat flipping in celebration without consequences.
Imagine being able
so make this big right here, Wade. Let's talk about this.
Meet Base 44.
While Google tries to play some bills.
They'll figure it out.
Okay.
What do you want to make large?
All right, make us large. Let's break it down here.
Okay.
Like Kent Murphy says from a fundamental standpoint. I want you to notice what that young man did in that video. When he hit that home run, he wasn't provoking the other team. He wasn't being unsportsmanlike to anybody. He threw the bat up and he was looking at his dugout. He was cheering his guys on and saying, "Hey, let's go. We got this. We won." And then, you know what? I just feel like so many times umpires and parents too, suck the life out of a game. And that's what you have there. You have kids. These are kids. Let them play.
Well, you seem to be a little bit an expert on youth baseball. What's your background?
Listen, I've got a son that I'm involved in tournament baseball and Little League for the past, 15 years. I've got an older son that he played travel baseball from the time he was 10 years old, and now he's plays collegiately at Morehead State, a pitcher. It's actually in Canada right now, pitching in Canada. And then I've got 2 other sons that are just now, breaking their teeth on it.
Okay, they throwing some bat flips in there when they're hitting.
Listen, I'm not going to be mad at any team. I mean, if the other team, if we're in at least we had some good teams this good games this weekend with a lot of good players in a tournament. And I mean, these kids were in tight, close games, and if the other team scored, they were yelling and they're clapping and going on with their team. If a kid hits a walk-off home run, I expect them to do a bat flip. I expect them to get their team going on because you're going to carry that momentum into the next game.
Oh, absolutely. And this is the semifinal. You're going into the final game?
We're going to the finals, and you're going to take away. And arguably, if that kid's hitting home runs, that's probably one of their better players.
I would think so. Well, did you see the dad? He looked like a coach or something on the team.
Yeah. And I want you to hear what we heard from the attorney there at the end. And he was talking about, this kid got threw out. And from my understanding, he had done this bat flip in 2 other games hitting home runs. And nothing was ever said to him.
Never a warning, never a don't do that in the future.
No. And so no wonder this child thought it was appropriate to do it. And it is. I don't think that he did anything wrong. Now, if he would have threw that bat up and looked at the other team and would said something to the other team, yeah, that's unsportsmanlike. But me getting my guys going with my momentum to go into the next game, that's not unsportsmanlike. And his attorney framed it very well that, why is Little League going to punish him for the bat flip when on their website they promote it? And we have that for you, don't we, Wade? We have that that complaint that was filed by the attorneys on behalf of the child that says that Little League actually encourages this type of behavior. Is that the complaint?
I believe it is.
So if we go to, I think it's page 6 of the complaint.
Page 5.
Page 5 of the complaint. Look, you can see it right there. I mean, I can't see that far away, Wade, but I mean, you have what is that? What was that post say?
This post says, we have some video of another. I'm not sure if it's the same team or him, but
no, it's Nicaragua.
Okay, it's them in a similar game. They take a lead. It's a take a lead type play. Celebrates with a bat flip and dances his way to the plate. It says Little League even celebrated the height of the flip with the announcer gushing. That is one of the highest bat flips I've ever seen. And then they posted a video of it promoting the bat flip.
So what social media page is that on? Something at the top there. Is that on their?
This looks to be their Twitter.
Like Twitter. I mean, you can see it right. What did they post on that Twitter post right there? It says the bomb,
the bat flip, the gritty.
I mean, they are promoting it, and I think they did
it twice.
Yeah, they have several more. I think examples. If we go on, there's more examples.
We have a video on their Twitter. Can't stop, won't stop. Mid bat flip. It looks like.
And so, and like I say, I don't think this is a Little League International thing. I think this is an umpire thing. I think this is an umpire taking away an opportunity and interjecting themselves in a game that they shouldn't interject themselves in. And we got another example right now on the screen too.
Third example, fourth example.
So, I mean, this is something that Little League condones.
Yeah. And the announcers on, I suppose, ESPN are hyping it up too.
Yeah. And I think that this New Jersey judge thought this was very well taken. This motion was very well taken. Because he ended up granting the TRO, and in which he should. I mean, this kid's having fun. He's having fun with his friends. Memories that's going to last forever, and we can't take that away from children.
So this order happened pretty quick, wouldn't you say?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I think they got in the next day.
Yeah, it's pretty simple too.
Yeah,
and it's just saying let him play.
Yeah, let him play. Let the kids play, man. And I think they're asking for attorney fees and all these things, and now they're asking for relief because they had to file this. And I think that Little League International is saying you can't do this because we are a charitable organization. But I mean, you have an arbitrary and capricious ruling of a rule that doesn't exist and that they condone that he got suspended over. So I don't think that what the plaintiffs are saying that their charitable immunity would not be covered at that time because it's outside the scope.
Well, that's an interesting thing to think of because it is Little League Baseball. I'm sure they make quite a bit of money, even being a nonprofit organization.
Yeah.
But I don't think attorneys should be looking to make a
profit. No, I feel
profit.
like if somebody come to me with this, I'd want to do that for the child.
Yeah.
Because this is once in a life. After 12 years old, I know Little League goes on after that, and you have Senior League and Babe Ruth and all that. But man, that 12U year, that's the Little League World Series. That's what's at Williamsport, Pennsylvania. That's what you watch ESPN. And that's what every little kid dreams of. I want to go to Williamsport and I want to play. And just celebrating with these friends, and then you're going to take that away from you. I hate it.
Well, the stories I don't think get much happier down the road.
All right, what we got on the docket next? Let's make us big. I like everybody looking at me. I'm pretty.
Absolutely. They're one viewer.
Yeah.
Give them what they paid for. We have, before we move on, you want to talk about these litigation summaries here?
Sure, go ahead.
So when it came to a contract claim, Little League Baseball said there was no standing. The contract is local. But the plaintiff said that because the rules are governed by their own tournament rules, they're directly subject to their own arbitrary rules.
Mm-hmm.
Next is negligence. They have no duty plus charitable immunity. And the plaintiffs say they're saying charitable immunity doesn't shield arbitrary punishment, and umpires act beyond the scope.
Yeah, that's a good point. You can't get on the Little League rule book and find anything about bat flipping. And that's what they kind of allege is like, it's not in the rules. There's nothing about bat flipping in the rules.
Does the umpire have a power to enforce a rule that doesn't exist?
I think what Little League tried to say, and I read some of their response, is that the unsportsmanlike was discretionary.
Mm-hmm.
But what the plaintiffs are trying to say, it can't be discretionary if you're promoting.
That makes sense. But as a WU fan, we had a block out of bounds incident, like Michael Orr take a guy and put him into the stands. And NCAA, they celebrate that kind of stuff when it happens. A pancake block, ref threw a flag on sportsmanlike conduct, blocking them too far. And when it comes to that discretion, you think this umpire is going to have any repercussion for his actions?
I don't think they were going after the umpire. I just think they were challenging the ruling because if you and I've coached all-stars before and what they were playing in, and supposedly when we have a challenge and they're saying that this didn't happen, when I read a little bit of the plaintiff's complaint, they said that the proper procedure wasn't followed. We were always taught if we don't agree with the umpire's ruling, that immediately we get the tournament director appeal to the tournament director. If the tournament director does not, if we don't like his ruling, we can immediately appeal to the rules committee on Williamsport, and they're supposed to get them on the phone.
Mm-hmm.
They're supposed to call them. And then that plaintiff, and they tell you that when you go in for your coaches meeting, they tell you that it's like, hey, don't let nothing else go on before you make the tournament director do that.
So you have a direct line to the
rules
central
committee.
office.
Yeah, you have a direct line to the rules committee because this only goes on once a year. July, August is when the Little League World Series starts. So these people were on call for you for those 2 months because just think you got 50 states playing Little League Little League tournaments, and then it goes to the Little League World Series in Williamsport in August. So there's a lot of questions. There's a lot of things that come up. So you're supposed, and they tell us in our coaches meeting, do not leave the field until the tournament director calls, or you will lose your appeal. And so that's what kind of I read the plaintiffs did, that they tried to do that, and the tournament director just refused.
So even the rules that they did have, they didn't follow.
They didn't follow, yeah.
Now, next we have promissory estoppel. Now, that's a legal term. I don't think many of our viewers will know what a promissory estoppel is.
I know. I can't remember from contract law. You're going to have to tell me, Wade.
It's just like a fair promise.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
it's unwritten contract.
Yeah, like what is right is right.
Yeah. I know estoppel, when the court uses their estoppel powers, they're using their discretionary fairness powers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And that's basically what it is.
Yeah.
And Little League Baseball there was no clear promise, and the player violated the rules.
Mm-hmm.
There's an implied promise of a fair process,
right.
And Little League Baseball encouraged bat flips and then published the act.
Right.
And we saw in those many examples that they used bat flips as free advertisement.
Mhm.
And well, free advertisement. You think these little kids are gonna cash in on some name, image, and likeness?
You think how much money like these kids, especially when they get to the Little League World Series stage, and even on ESPN Plus. I don't know if people know this, but you can watch the regional, like a group of states, like the Great Lakes tournament, the Mid Atlantic tournament. You can watch those on ESPN Plus, and they sell advertisements on them things. And so they're cashing in for these child labor. I guess. Yeah.
Well, I mean, kid hits another home run in that championship game. Maybe he gets a Louisville Slugger deal. Who knows?
Yeah. And X and Twitter, they're starting to pay on your post. So you think Little League's monetized when they post something?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, you think how much shares and how many likes and things that those posts get?
And they probably make a 1/4% of whatever Mr. Musk makes. And then the last one is irreparable harm. And he was just, and they say he's just going to miss a game.
No, you can never get a game back because you're only 12 years old one time.
Yeah, everyone I played high school football with will agree with that.
Yeah, I know. You leave that field, and the only thing you want to do is just stand on it a little bit longer.
Okay. You want to move on to stay in the sports world here?
We can stay in the sports world because this is a very interesting case. This is wild.
So this is a gambling lawsuit out of the District of Columbia, which is different than state law. I'm not sure how anything works in the District of Columbia.
No, because there's not federal common law.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're not, and this is based on a Queen Anne statute from when we were just a colony of the British Empire.
Yeah, I mean, basically what we have a group of attorneys that got together and seen an opportunity to pounce because this same similar thing happened in Kentucky. They had the statute where you're not supposed to read the specific right there, Wade. What we have, a person is what? Who loses?
A person who loses $25 or more in a single gambling session can sue the winner within 3 months to recover their losses. If no such suit is brought, any person may then sue for treble damages, with half going to the plaintiff and half going to the district.
So this is what this group of attorneys have done. They've got together and they've figured out they're going to capitalize on this Queen Anne statute. We're talking about a statute that was passed while we were still British colonies.
This is all I do in my law school classes is think of how I can find a loophole to make a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
And
they done it.
They did it.
They did it.
They found the statute
but
from
listen, the mayor is trying to screw them out of it.
What's the mayor going to do?
The mayor is they're trying to get together and pass a law and make it retroactive. What that means you can get that the law can go back in time. So they're trying to retroactive a law to undo this Queen Anne statute and take away their jurisdiction, take away their standing.
Well, if you listen to the President Trump, then DC mayor has no power to do anything at all. So it has to be an act of Congress.
But that's what they're trying to do. And I think we have an article to that effect. Do we have an article on this one?
We do.
Or we can just read what we have.
We have a nice little article here to pull up, and I can read it. So this is on Axios DC. It's pretty new stuff. I've never heard of this.
Oh, and listen, and a lot of this stuff, this just came out today.
Yeah.
I mean, this is fresh off the press, and I think we're the first people to run with this because I tried to find a YouTube video for today to try to intro this segment. And this is all I can find. Washington Post did a piece on it too, but you have to be a subscriber to get on the Washington Post. But this is the only free article that I could find on this whole thing.
Free DC news. Yeah. This will be breaking news for us because last week we had the Clarksburg beating story, which we're going to cover later.
We were going to break that case, and then
we just
missed it. We forgot it, and then after the show ended, the civil rights attorney broke it.
Yeah, 20 minutes later, he had a video out. So hopefully, this is going to be the first to people of this DC lawsuit. The first thing that stands out to me, a group of anonymous lawyers is suing DC sports. How can you be anonymous and sue some sports betting places?
Somebody's suing me. I don't know who it is.
I think you gotta tell them who you are. Yeah. But I guess those will come out on. Is it Pacer? Would DC be on Pacer?
Yeah, and actually, I found this on Pacers where I found the complaint that we're getting ready to look at.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense. So DC Gambling Recovery and LLC, registered in Delaware. A lot of companies register in Delaware. Calls itself a group of several public interested oriented lawyers.
A bunch of public servants doing the Lord's work.
Yeah, a bunch of lawyers that live in DC. They're probably really good people.
They just want to complain. They just want to recover on behalf of these plaintiffs.
Oh yeah, these poor sports gamblers. The Statute of Anne, first reported by 51st News, makes it illegal for a bettor to lose more than $25 in a game of chance. So the game of chance, what I would say, would not be sports betting or poker, but I feel like they're applying it to those.
I think that's a game of chance.
You think it's a game of chance?
I think so. I think if I bet on let's say Steph Curry to make 10 3-pointers in a game, and I put my money up, then I'm chancing my money because he may not do it. He may do it. I think it's a game of chance. I think I could do it. It's not a game of skill.
I don't know. Some people make a whole career out of it.
Yeah. But I mean, I think it's because you're playing the odds.
You're playing the odds, but
odds are chances.
They make their own odds.
Especially Vegas, man, they get hold of them referees sometimes.
Well, this is DC. They're probably using some Caribbean island group when they're doing their gambling. The anonymous lawyers estimate that more than $300 million. That's a lot.
What's 33 and a third of 300 million? It's got to be close to 100 million. I mean, a third of 300 million is 100 million. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, really, they're just doing this for free. I mean, just $100 million is the only thing they're doing this for. No, what did that law say? That law said that
triple damages.
Treble with half going to the plaintiff and half going to the person petitioned it.
Times 3 divided by 2.
So it would be 900 million divided by 2.
Yeah.
So 300. Well, I don't know. I can't do it. $450 million.
Former math teacher.
I used to be a math teacher. That's the reason they kicked me out and sent me to law school.
DC Council is quietly working behind the scenes to bail out big gambling corporations. That
just how fair is that? Just how fair is that they got it. I'm just going to say, I think that when you go through the analysis of this thing, because this kind of, I don't know if you know about, there's a river in Virginia that
there's a bunch of rivers in Virginia.
Oh yeah, well, but there's a river in Virginia that there was a King's patent on, and I know this because my law professor. I took a natural resource law whenever I went to ASL, and we were talking about water rights, and they were talking about the hunting and fishing. I think it's on the James River. I can't remember the exact name of the river.
The James River is the one that encompasses all of Virginia. Like, it starts on like the east side and goes all the way through Ridge.
Well, there's a specific section or something where there was a land grant from the king. It was a king's patent, and they gave them in the patent all the rights to all the fowl in the air and the fish in the waterways. And now it was a very popular canoeing and fishing place. And now that those landowners got together and they sued, and the state upheld it and saying that they own the fish and the fowl, so no one can go on that river and fish or hunt
because the king gave it to them.
Because the king gave it, and they upheld it. Because I mean,
that's weird because they didn't uphold all those Indian treaties. That's weird.
I know
the rich dudes in Virginia got to keep all the land.
Yeah,
would have thought about that one.
Okay, back to this one. Well, what I was going to talk about on this one is that, you got a 1701 statute that is applied in Washington, D.C. today. And that the reason for that is because that part of D.C. used to be part of Maryland. And when Maryland became a state, they said they were going to honor all the British common law and all the statutes. And actually, the Queen Anne statute, which is called about the gambling statute, the Queen Anne statute was included in that patent. And included when they passed that law. And so when D.C. became whatever it is, a federal district, they specifically inherited all those Maryland laws and codified into statute. They were taking all those Maryland laws. And so that Queen Anne statute, it's a valid statute that's never been overturned in the federal district or in that federal district.
And they very well could overturn it, but then they want to retroactively apply it.
Yeah.
How did
I don't
How
I
does
don't know.
that
I don't know if
work?
that's fair.
I
You
don't-
know, and I'm not a big high dollar civil attorney, so I mean, I'm sure. I mean, you could put our heads together and come up with something.
I mean, if those bros in DC are doing
Oh
it,
yeah, we can do it too.
I'm
We
sure
got it,
we
yeah.
could.
The docket Dodgers can get it.
Yes, absolutely. Is this the file for that one?
I don't know. What's it say? Order?
It says Exhibit A.
Yeah, that's it. Because they first filed this in, I think, a state court or something like that, and it got removed to federal court.
Okay.
It might be. I don't know where they filed it at first. I don't know how DC court works.
In the Superior Court of the District of Columbia Civil Divisions. Is that a Article 3 court? And I don't know how
I
federal
don't
court
know how it
works.
works either.
I have a friend from DC. She would know. January 31st, 1925, the District of Columbia's Vice Squad raided then a popular Greek restaurant, and officers arrested the owner, Louis Chimporta, and if I had no way I said that right, and others for operating a putative horse raiding betting operation. But visit the block when that restaurant once stood, and today you will find the headquarters of the American Gaming Association.
Wow.
This is
I
is
didn't
flowery.
read that. I didn't read that.
This is flowery.
Yeah.
The premier national trade group for the U.S. casino industry, and less than a mile away at Sears Sportsbook DC, residents and visitors now openly gamble on some of the same horse racing events that the restaurant once handicapped, as well as on football, basketball, and all manner of other sports games and athletic contests. I've been to the MGM in DC. It's in Maryland there. It's really nice on the river.
Okay. So I mean, they're providing a lot of history.
They did.
I wonder if that place got raided because of the Queen Anne statue.
I bet it was. They were, well, you think of the 20s and all the vice laws.
Oh
so,
man, the 20s, the roaring 20s.
no. We could go back. This could be the 20s again if the economy just made us all rich like that. It didn't used to be like this until roughly 6 years ago. Sportsbooks did not operate legally within the district. Sports wagering in the district historically was not authorized. So I feel like the gaming laws are getting complicated, like more and more complicated, because every state seems to have it now.
Yeah.
And I think $300 million just for the District of Columbia is a low figure.
I think it is too. I don't think it accounts for all of it. And I just don't know how you account for all of it. But I'm sure that, if this makes it to discovery, those big gambling sites, we're going to find out. And, maybe they just sued the US based ones, because there's more gambling sites out than those. I mean, they sued the big ones.
Yeah. If they're going after those, I could only think that would be billions of dollars. The fact they incorporated in Delaware, which is a very corporate establishing friendly.
Was it business taxes? Was it for?
Just the laws of protecting corporations is lax out there.
Yeah.
And that they're anonymous. Like I would like to know who is behind this. If it's some big firm, I wouldn't think so. I think it's just a group of people.
But man, who sits around and knows about the Queen Anne statute, 1701?
They asked ChatGPT the right questions.
I know. ChatGPT, make me rich.
Well,
I'm an attorney. How can I sue someone?
How can I do this? They're going after FanDuel.
Yeah, the big ones. BetMGM.
Yes.
I think it was BetMGM one of them.
We have Caesars.
Caesars. Yeah.
FanDuel. It keeps going. BetMGM.
Yeah. So the
Crown
big
DC Gambling.
the big ones.
Which is DraftKings. And this last one, FBG. Never heard of FBG.
Me either.
New York based.
Well, I mean, it's a multi-million-dollar idea, like literally.
No, it is. They're gonna get something out of it, at least recognition. And you said this happened in Kentucky, where the plaintiff's successful.
Yeah, I think so. I can't remember. I think it's on the show notes that we have there.
Mm-hmm.
But I think they recovered off of was it Poker Stars?
Poker's okay.
Yeah.
See, I just don't feel like that's a game of chance. I feel like that's a game of skill.
Poker. That's a chance on your cards what you're going to get, but I mean, you had to play them to your skill. I understand where you're coming from, but I mean, it's just I guess it's a gray area because if you don't remember, they have outlawed in Kentucky recently. Those you remember the quarter machines? You put a quarter in, you're trying to knock the rest of the quarters off.
I took advantage of those as a child every chance I
did
could
too,
get.
and I usually try to like tilt it,
shake it a little. Yeah,
but those were game of skill.
Mm-hmm.
Kentucky had them codified under games of skill, and they recently went back and changed the law, and now they've changed those to gray area machines. So you got it. It's a game of skill and chance, and they call them gray areas,
Mm-hmm.
and so those are outlawed now.
Now we have Alan Jackson.
Oh yeah, Karen Reed. Karen Reed, attorney Alan Jackson. I mean, he did an awesome job. I mean, you had someone looking at murder and manslaughter and all that other stuff, and she got what driving while intoxicated or something's what she operating a motor vehicle while intoxicated. I think it's what she got. I mean, that was amazing. And I think she won her first trial. We'll never know for sure, but I think she won her first trial. And to have a whole new trial, and the state knows what the Commonwealth of Massachusetts knows what you're going to argue, and you're successful again. But I think that they just had bad facts to begin with.
Oh, they absolutely had bad facts to begin with. But even with bad facts, the government can prosecute a lot of people.
I know they want to say all the time that, the state has the burden. It's beyond a reasonable doubt. But I mean, I feel like sometimes when you walk in there and then the jury, and they see a police officer and they see the American flag, they think that they're supposed to do the right thing and convict someone.
Oh, it's prove your innocence, and that's exactly what he did.
He had to prove his. Now he's got a new case. We got this Fraser Baum. He was just to set the scene a little bit. He was driving at night on the Pacific Coast Highway that's near in California, near the ocean. You look over, you can see the ocean, and the state of California alleges that he was going 104 in a 45, and then he ended up striking and killing 4 Pepperdine students that were crossing the street. And I think that he's a Pepperdine baseball player. If I'm not mistaken, he's a Pepperdine baseball player.
Is he?
Yeah. And then he hit these young girls that were crossing the street, killed them. We don't know whether he's going 104 miles an hour or not. That's just what they're alleging. Might want to. Oh, you're back over what? And that's just what they're alleging. But we had Alan Jackson. This is his first appearance, and we're going to play that for you now.
Attorney Alan Jackson weighing in, asking the judge to postpone the arraignment, given he recently became Baum's new attorney.
Your Honor, before the entry of a not guilty plea, which is what we expect, obviously, I would ask the court for one continuance of the arraignment. We have just been brought on the case as of the last 48 hours. Our appellate specialist needs about 30 extra days.
Baum is accused of crashing into several parked vehicles while speeding on Pacific Coast Highway in Malibu on that tragic day in 2023. Baum's attorney Alan Jackson weighing in.
Let me ask you a question there. Why did the appellate attorney division need an extra 30 days? I didn't understand. He was just arraigned and set a bond. I think his bond was like $4 million. And what I get out of that was $4 million for each, I guess $1 million for each victim.
Well, they're at the arraignment. Maybe they're challenging something in the prelim.
Maybe. I don't know. We're trying to do that right now.
He might need 30 days.
Yeah. Do I have a white film on my face here?
I think you're getting some glare from.
Hit the lights right there and see if that makes a difference.
Sunset to your left.
Oh, cool. Well,
but 30 days to appeal something. You said he hit four women crossing the road.
He hit 4 women crossing the road. I don't know why they're crossing the road. I don't know. I think the Pacific Coast Highway. I mean, if it sounds like a highway, why are you crossing a highway for?
Oh, well, Pacific Coast Highway is definitely one of those trips I would love to do, like road trip wise, up the coast of California. There's so many places to stop, go to the beach, go to different restaurants. And there's there's probably a lot of pull off spots there to just enjoy the coast. And he was going. It's a highway, but they're in a 45 mile per hour zone, so it probably just hit one of those cities up the coast.
Yeah, I think that I watched another podcast on this, and they were talking about that it was that Pacific Coast Highway is a windy highway,
Very windy. A lot of accidents happen on it.
and then actually after he got in the accident, after he hit the four Pepperdine students, then he crashed into several other cars. They said that he was fine. They said that he didn't leave the scene. He stayed there to try to help render aid.
Mm-hmm.
I think there was a witness at a scene that said he was going really fast, but I just don't know how they know how fast he's going unless it's by his cell phone data and they're tracking his GPS, or there's something inside his car that's for insurance purposes.
I don't think it would be his cell phone. I don't think you could accurately say from GPS like what you're doing at a particular moment.
We've got Live 360, and like I tried it out before. It's pretty daggone close.
It's pretty close, but I don't think enough to like try somebody with. I think you could argue it with one of these high. I think it's the car's black box. The computer system in the car probably recorded it whenever the airbags went off.
Okay.
That's what they normally get in those like DUI crashes. They see what the onboard computer says.
Yeah, because you can't buy a car now that's not hooked to GPS.
Yeah, that's right.
I mean, even in like vehicles now, you get Wi-Fi and all that stuff.
My 03 Mustang will never rat on me.
No. I mean, seriously, man, it's getting to the point where we're going to have to go back to flip phones and driving around look like Cuba out here driving 1950s cars.
Well, have you seen? They're saying Teslas can just turn, like you can just turn them off, like if you want, or in these like super advanced cars. Like there's been conspiracies of, oh, they killed this journalist by crashing their car into a tree because of the computer system. And you've seen with all the drone technology of, I'm sure they could hack a car's computer.
Bro, I mean, what are we going to do? I mean, we got AI now. What are we going to do in 10 years? What's the world going to look like?
If you're speeding, the car's just going to pull. It's going to drive you straight to jail.
Commit a crime, get back in your car, and you go straight to jail.
Straight to jail.
The door's locked.
It will. It will.
Oh man. What else we got on the docket?
We have the Clarksburg case that.
Oh yeah, this is the one that we were going to break. We didn't break, and we let someone else break it.
Yeah, I saw a very nice TikTok of a local musician playing a song.
Oh, we got a like. Thanks, guys.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you for the like.
And it was a really good song. And I was like, what is this about? And 30 minutes after we uploaded, the civil rights
stole our thunder. Well,
he had all the body cam. He knew all the players.
Well, we weren't going to have all that.
I know. He has too many connections.
I know.
Hopefully us soon.
Have you noticed how many people in West Virginia, including us, that have some sort of legal law tube show? I mean, you got the civil rights attorney. He's in the Upper Panhandle, wherever that's at, in West Virginia.
Is he?
I guess he's somewhere through there. I know he's not around here. And then you got Lackluster. Lackluster's from West Virginia.
Lackluster is from West Virginia.
Look at that.
I enjoy his.
What's up with West Virginia and we're fighting for our rights because we were doing it.
Well, they don't give us a lot of rights.
We don't have a lot of choices.
They never gave us a choice. We had to earn every right we had here. And it is also a state that brings a lot of individualism.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
People that would want to work for themselves.
All right.
Like if you're working at a big firm, you're not doing 1983 cases and starting your own YouTube channel.
I know. Yeah.
So we have the local news up there. This guy's a little bit of a goober, but we'll watch it.
And by police officers in Clarksburg is now causing controversy within the community. In that video, we can see the man resisting arrest while 4 or 5 officers attempt to handcuff him. One officer is then seen punching the man multiple times in the face. Let's take a look at that footage now.
Give me your hand. Give me your hand. Oh, ouch. Give me your hands. Okay, all right.
There's no need to beat on him like that.
can't breathe. I can't breathe. I can't breathe. I can't breathe. Resisting. I can't breathe. I can't breathe.
You're soft, you can breathe.
Stop! Stop! I can't breathe. I'm gonna die.
A witness told 5 News about the events that led to that video. She says the man was driving erratically, stopping in the middle of Chestnut Street. Bystanders called 911, stating that the man seemed under the influence of something. 911 operators then told them to take the man's keys. According to the witness, a Harrison County Sheriff's deputy arrived on scene first, handling the situation in a calm manner. The witness began filming when the 4 Clarksburg officers arrived on scene. The man in that video has now been identified as Aaron Mayfield. Court documents say he has been charged with 4 counts of misdemeanor obstructing an officer. We also reached out to the Clarksburg Police Department, who state that the incident is under active investigation and that no further comment will be made at this time.
If there was just somewhere we could see the criminal complaint of Austin Mayfield.
Oh, you want to see the criminal complaint?
I mean, I wonder who would have something like that.
I don't know.
The docket Dodgers.
The docket. It's us.
Yep. So what did they charge this guy with, Wade?
Well,
no. First of all, this happened on a wellness check.
Yeah, they had to make sure he's safe by punching him in the head 32 times.
Okay, what's the justification for that?
He's well now.
Okay.
He's better for it. So he was charged with statute 61-517, obstructing an officer. A charge I see a couple times every day, maybe. Very broad statute. He has 4 counts of it. We didn't see the video prior. I guess each time he just really ate a right hook was a count of obstructing. This happened in Clarksburg. Let's get over to the little op-ed here. So they have the statute. They really wanted you to know what he did. So on 7/18/25 at 092 hours. So this is early. This is early to be wandering in the street.
Intoxicated, it said.
Allegedly.
Mm-hmm.
I arrived at the intersection of Locust Avenue and North Chestnut Street for a wellness check. So the sheriff was already there, and they said the sheriff was fine. But when the Clarksburg police showed up, that's when the melee unfolded. So why do you think the sheriff deputy let the police department handle the ride up on this arrest?
Because he wasn't involved in the beating.
Yeah, I would not want to be involved in the beating either.
Yeah, this is what they teach you. I mean, they teach these officers whenever they go through their training, when they write these criminal complaints, that if you have to put your hands on someone, write the obstructing charge, because that kind of shields you from liability.
Let's see if that works here. Upon my arrival, the defendant was laying on the sidewalk, acting irate and showing multiple signs of impairment. Myself and the Sergeant Shingleton.
No, I'm from back here. I'm blind. It says Slaughter.
It could be Sergeant Slaughter now. With the Harris County Sheriff's Office, attempting to put the defendant in the back of my cruiser so that he could sit until EMS arrived. So,
whoa, why did he have to do that?
Well, it's for his wellness. Police can do whatever they want.
Was he charged with PI at that point?
No, he wasn't.
So what crime did did they articulate that he needed, that they had to protect him, that he had to comply with what they said to do?
Well, he just didn't listen to him.
Yeah.
We attempted to detain him for his safety of the surrounding citizens and the officers due to his irate and erratic behavior. So it's officer safety.
Okay.
That's something they go to a lot.
Mm-hmm.
It's for their protection. The defendant locked his arms together in front of him and refused to place his hands behind his back. So if it was for his safety, you think they asked him to just sit up or anything like that first, or you think they went straight to handcuffing him?
I think that he, after the first refusal,
Yeah.
that's when all hell broke loose.
Yeah. The defendant was then assisted to the ground.
Assisted to the ground.
Assisted to the ground by multiple officers, where he continued to resist until he was eventually placed in handcuffs. During the entire interaction with the defendant, he continued to be combative, and even when he was placed in handcuffs, did not want to get into the back of my cruiser. In order to get the defendant into my cruiser, I had to go around to the other side and pull him to him not complying when multiple officers told him to sit in the cruiser. So I just don't know how you get to the number of 4 for the obstructing charges.
Because there's 4 officers there?
Or 5.
Or 5? Well, maybe one of them said
Sheriff's Department guy. I think, and I'm not sure if he's suspended yet, but I don't know. They need to look into this.
Let's just look at the whole thing from our point of view. They took this guy to the ground. He was resisting, even though let's to be fair, we don't know what happened.
Yes.
Okay, we got one little snapshot of the video.
Well, the person taking the video called for his help.
Mm-hmm.
That was the caller. And then when the cops get there and they're hitting him, she's like, "Why are you hitting him?"
Right.
Like she's probably living with a lot of guilt over that, trying to help somebody, and it ends up like that.
Well, let's say for instance, this guy is resisting, which I believe he was resisting.
He
but
probably was.
To take him to the ground, they took him to the ground, which is fine if you were resisting. But what's not fine if they had 4 officers, it looked like, that was on top of him. And then just because he wasn't complying, they were hitting him in the head.
Well, I think the only one officer hit him in the head multiple times.
Yeah, but I mean, that's where I think this analysis goes wrong.
Yeah,
because
the use of force.
Yeah, because if he's not actively a danger, like to hurt your well-being or the community's well-being, I mean, those strikes to the face are not warranted.
Oh, didn't you hear those threats he made towards the officer?
I can't breathe.
Yeah, I can't breathe. And you think these obstructing charges are going to stick?
Maybe because I don't know which obstruction statute they got him charged with, but most of the time obstruction takes a force.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, we don't have a video till he's on the ground.
Well, this body cam should eventually come out.
Yeah. If he was just not complying, if he's just not complying, and then it's an officer created situation, I don't know. I don't think it would hold.
I agree. Civil rights lawyer went into those of
Graham factors,
and like why were they there in the first place? Mm-hmm. They were there to render aid.
Yeah, I didn't get to watch his video.
It was pretty good. He always has all the information.
He does, and I like the way he breaks down information. I like how it's clear and concise, and you got all the relevant facts.
You do,
yeah. Which I'm just really hyper excited, and I'm just rambling.
People
like right now.
People like the rambling.
What we got next?
Well, I guess it's what I have next, which is not on here, unless we skipped it. First, dealer's choice, unless you want to get sued in DC.
I'll do dealer's choice. I'll take the chance.
We have
no. This is going to be a game of skill.
Game of skill. We have the toddler who was left in the car, and then we have the no dungeon. However you want to say
man.
That. Yeah, the worst stuff at the end. I thought we were going to save something lighthearted for the end, but we did not.
We didn't. We got to think of something lighthearted.
Well, I don't know if you can after this. We'll go with the Alabama toddler.
Okay, here we go.
So apparently in Alabama, they have a lot going on. I think both of these are Alabama cases.
Okay.
And they're just really dropping the ball.
Now, to be fair, I've not seen any of these. Just like the Clarks County one. I the Clarksburg one. I didn't see that one either.
More about a case involving a 3-year-old boy who died Tuesday after he was left in a hot car for hours. Now, this toddler was in the care of a contract employee with Alabama's Department of Human Resources, the state's Child Protective Services agency. CNN's Rafael Romo has more. Rafael?
Victor, the day the 3-year-old boy identified as Katorius Starks was allegedly left strapped inside the car was humid with temperatures ranging from 93 to 96 degrees during the 5 hours in the afternoon he was left alone. According to our own CNN meteorologists, those temperatures felt like 101 to 105 degrees with heat index values, not only considering the car the boy was in direct sunlight, as the family's attorney claims. According to officials and the family's attorney, a worker employed with a company contracted by the Alabama Department of Human Resources picked up the boy, who went by KJ, from daycare at 9 in the morning on Tuesday for a supervised visit with his father.
Before we continue, what is up with states continually to contract out with third parties who claim they can do stuff more efficiently, and then they never do?
It's always a cost situation. The state contract those out because the contractors have promised them that they could save the state money. And when you start saving money is when you start cutting corners.
I completely agree. And I'm sure, like all southern states, Alabama takes a lot of children out of the custody of parents. That's a continued trend.
It's an epidemic. It's awful.
And they'll do it for just about any reason they can think of. I was just reading that a lady gave birth after eating a bagel, an everything bagel with poppy seeds. And that poppy seeds caused a positive drug test, and now she's under CPS investigation.
But does she ever have any prior drug use?
No criminal history, no prior drug use, probably college educated. Like, it seemed like a normal person.
Right.
And the hospital had no duty to drug test or give out that drug test information. And they did anyway.
Wow.
And if you looked at the photos from this boy, he looked happy. He looked like a happy kid, had presents and toys. Now, we don't know. There could have been situations that he needed to be removed. But if the state is going to remove somebody, the state should accept that responsibility. And no matter what the cost is, take care of a child.
So we'll look at that timeline. What we got right there?
He was picked up from daycare. He had a supervised visit. I want to say maybe dad. I don't recall, but he had a supervised visit with a parent. Worker returns after they leave that visit, returns home. And once she gets, this doesn't have everything, because I heard that she went on some errands with the kid.
Right.
And then got to her home at 12:30. Leaves the kid in the car. She goes inside to do whatever they do inside. And
so is this like a foster parent or like a contract social worker?
Contracted social worker.
I have never heard that.
I'm not even sure if she's a social worker. It seems like just like a contracted babysitter.
Right.
And 12:30 gets to their home. 5:30 they get a call from the daycare. They're asking where's the kid at? Kid's supposed to be here. And at 6:03, boy's pronounced dead.
That's awful.
The visit, they say, ended around 11:30 a.m. But instead of returning the boy to the daycare, the family's attorney says the contract worker made several personal errands with KJ buckled in a car seat in the back of her car. The attorney says the worker finally returned home by 12:30 p.m., parking her car and leaving the 3-year-old boy strapped inside the vehicle with all windows up and the car engine off. It was not until 5 hours later, Victor, around 5:30 in the afternoon, when the worker received a call from the daycare asking why the boy had not been returned, that she apparently realized what had happened. This, according to a timeline the attorney provided. 911 was called and KJ was pronounced dead at 6:03 p.m. This is how the boy's father told CNN affiliate WVTM he will remember his son.
Small, brilliant, bright little child. I'm talking about. When I say yeah, respectful. I'm talking about knew how to count, knew his colors. 3 years old. Knew all the animals. I'm talking about. He was very intelligent.
Yes, he was, bro. He was real nice and all that.
Like, he was just joyful.
I had an opportunity to speak with Courtney French, the family's attorney. He told me he spoke with the family about what they're going through right now, and they're understandably having a hard time coping with the loss of their child.
it's just hard to comprehend that you would leave a baby in a hot car and just have no recollection whatsoever that, that the baby's a 3-year-old child is trapped in your car. He died a brutal death.
CNN also obtained a statement from the Alabama Department of Human Resources. A child in DHR custody, the statement reads, was being transported by a contract provider when the incident occurred. Due to confidentiality, DHR cannot comment further regarding the identity of the child or the exact circumstances. According to Kids and Car Safety, an organization dedicated to rape.
So they're using that to not release any information because of the child's privacy reasons. But I don't think the name of the worker or the company the worker worked for has anything to do with the child's privacy.
No, nothing. I mean, why are you worried about his privacy now? He's not alive for it to even matter. So it's not for his safety.
Yeah, the father's on the news speaking out about it. They're just shutting up like they always do to keep the information quiet.
Right. And I want to say this. I can see that she may have got out of the car and forgot that he was back there because it got busy. But I mean, like in 5 and 10 minutes, you're going to say, "Hey, where's KJ?"
Yeah, you're going to be like, "Where's my responsibility?"
At the most, I'm saying 5 to 10 minutes. You go, what did I do?
Yeah, what's this job situation? Is it DoorDash and kids around? Do you?
I know, because this is your job.
Yeah,
I mean, you're supposed to be doing your job.
I would like to see how much money the state of Alabama pays that company.
Yeah.
How much the workers
do they drug test them? Because it sounds like she's on drugs, or whoever is on drugs.
If they're going to take kids away from that, then yes, I think their contracted workers should have to pass every single test possible. What's their driving record?
Right.
They're driving kids around. What are they driving the kids around in?
Yeah.
Sounds like her personal car. Who determines that the personal car is up to the codes of the road?
All right. It's awful. I just don't know how you do this.
This should have been done by a state employee in a state car, and that's their job, is to drive this kid to here, and they return to the office, just doing a little errand and then going back to your home and leaving a child.
Yeah.
It's callous.
It is. Yeah.
The stories get worse and worse out of Alabama, by the way. The next one is of a child trafficking ring that was being run in one of the parts of the state down there. It's even worse for Alabama today.
Yeah. I love when we see these child trafficking places get busted.
Yeah, well, you would like to think the bust happened as soon as possible, but apparently they were tipped off about it about 2 years ago, and like they finally really figuring out stuff a couple months ago.
Okay.
Put it up here.
Happening off of Aaron Drive. Sheriff Jody Wade believes that this all began in 2022, even though an investigation wasn't started until 5 months ago.
No child deserves this. That's the most horrible thing you can do. The power and control of it, the stealing the innocence of a child, and the horrible victimizations they went through with these monsters.
The Bibb County Sheriff's Office released these pictures from inside of the bunker. You can see a bed with a dirty mattress and a few chairs, as well as a small chest of drawers with a kitchen appliance on top. Sheriff Jody Wade says the children were not kept permanently in the bunker, but the timing of how long they were in there at one time would vary.
It depends on what appointment time the offenders had. Sometimes the children would be there, tied to a pole that was there, bound to a bed that was there, or in a chair that was there. Sometimes there would be multiple people that would come by and victimize these children on a nightly basis. I know God's forgiveness is boundless, but if there was a limit to it, I think we reached it.
According to the Bibb County Sheriff's Office, the investigation began in February after the Department of Human Resources received a claim of child abuse at a home on Aaron Drive. The Sheriff's Office discovered sexual abuse was happening in a partially underground storm shelter detached from the house, which is what investigators refer to as the bunker.
It was built for a good.
So what they're saying is a bunker storm shelter. Is that for like tornadoes or something, you would assume?
Where's this, Alabama?
It's Alabama. I don't know them to have hurricane bunker.
I don't know.
I don't think you'd want to be underwater for a hurricane. But Some sort of
It
storm.
looks like look how remote it looks.
This case could have
Bibb
ties
County.
to the Serrano gang, a gang he says gets most of its money from child trafficking. According to the sheriff's office, the suspects could make up to $1,000 a night victimizing the children.
For the younger kids, I'm hoping this is a blurry memory because some of the statements of the children, they were unable to remember certain things, and then things would come to mind. And some of the older children, yeah, they'll carry this vividly for the rest of their lives.
Wade says the lead investigators on this case have been working nonstop since the abuse was discovered. He says they're all fathers themselves.
It's been heartbreaking. It's very sad. We don't want to see any children ever have to go through this. God puts us at the place that we need to be put at that time. And I think me and Justin, our agency has been put there, and we're going to do everything we can. And my only message to all of the victims, know we are fighting for y'all.
Sheriff Wade says this is an ongoing investigation. He expects there to be more arrests and more victims as it continues. Reporting in Bibb County, Maddie McQueen, CBS 42 News.
Well,
yeah.
Well, that's horrible, and I guess we'll have more updates on that because I'm sure they're going to have a trial. Because if I was county prosecutor, I'm not counting. There's no slack at all.
There's no way this stays county prosecutor. They said they're running a gang. I assume
RICO.
I assume state lines are involved. They were making $1,000 a night.
It's racketeering.
This is a whole
Organized crime.
conspiracy, and they're not saying where these children came from. If they're local, like children are normally reported missing.
Yeah.
If they're, but you think this was family related? That these people, it was their children?
It could have been. It could have been someone. I mean, I don't know. I just can't even speculate on it. It's just so unimaginable.
Yeah, those people seemed. I saw some similar last names. I assumed they said they're a gang, so they must know about them.
The Serrano gang.
I've never heard of that.
I never heard of the Serrano gang.
You think it's a local thing, or?
I have no clue, man. It's just hard to speculate on anything just because how tragic the whole thing is.
No, you're right. I think it's going to go federal. I don't think Bibb County has the resources to do a huge conspiracy like this. They're going to have to track phones for years.
Right.
So it's going to be a lot of resources.
And you know, when one person goes down, when one little pawn goes down, eventually the whole operation goes down. So hopefully they use them to get to the bigger ones.
Yeah, well, hopefully there's not any bigger ones. Hopefully that was just the end of it.
Yeah,
But
I hope so too.
I doubt it.
I didn't see no Serrano in that shot though.
I agree. I agree. Them being reported in 2022, I think it said, and the investigation not really moving ahead until months ago.
You seen that bunker, man? It was just out in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
I mean, they could hide those children, and nobody knew where they were at.
It's very true.
Yeah. So,
but man, you think they would have had a guy out there taking video of what cars were coming in and out of there or something?
Yeah.
Any positive news to end it on?
I don't know, but I'll tell you one positive thing, Wade. I love doing the weekly docket, and it might be a bi-weekly docket this week, because I mean we're just in Monday, and I love doing these, and I like being with all you guys, even though, we're growing our little community here, and hopefully we get more people here to talk with us.
Well, then that's how the legal world works. There's going to be more stories by the end of the week.
We had several that we wanted to talk about that didn't make our list.
It's true. There were a couple that didn't make the list. Some are so deep that we just have to have more
time. Yeah, we need more time, because I mean we carry a full criminal docket every day, and our criminal caseload every day. At the office our phone rings off the hook, and so we're just trying to do this in between the downtimes, if there is any, and there's not much of a downtime.
And this being my last week, I have a lot scheduled to do this week. It's a big week.
So we'll try to do this again before you leave. If not, don't worry, guys. The Docket Dodgers will still be here, because Wade and I will be doing this on StreamYard. We'll be doing this remotely, and we're going to come to you guys at least once a week.
Yeah, and hopefully I'll be at some cool locations.
Yeah. So he gets back to Morgantown, And hopefully we can do this one more time before he leaves. Thank you for joining the Docket Dodgers today, guys. Please hit the like button. If you're watching this after the fact, make sure you leave us a comment, share this with all your friends. We love how our community is growing, and we hope to keep it going.
Yep.
And I'm Matt Hager. We'll see you later.
I'm Wade Hall. It's been a privilege.